Her name is Giselle, princess in fairy tales, and she just passed through the modern life. As soon as she opened her eyes, seeing the messy furniture, she opened the door and sang. This is indeed the profession of the princess. Next is the screen to call the babies to clean the toilet. The babies here, of course, flies, cockroaches, pigeons and mice.
Oh my goodness! Are you alright?
Psychological trauma too. Hello. Our Giselle seems a bit flustered, but she continued her Miklas karaoke performance. Pigeons clean the table with their tail. The mouse used the tail to hook the drain. Seeing this scene as just good job, amazing. Giselle continued to raise her voice, and they continued to do good on their loris legs. At a glance the house is clean and clean. The sound of crashing made the sleeping girl in the room woke up. The little girl opened the door. What's so strange like this? Then she rushed to call her father. This is Robert. He frantically chased away the cockroach rats in his house, but even so, it could not heal the wound in his heart. He hastily closed the door. He went to find Giselle to talk to. This time, he stood still. Live more than 30 years of life. He have not encountered a case like this one. While Princess Giselle was singing passionately in the bathroom, Robert's girlfriend came to visit again. Do not know if it is a coincidence, but in the midst of hanging a strand of hair, then the dove hit the glass door again, then collided with our two characters falling on top of each other. His girlfriend saw this. I burn. Of course her will angry. He doesn't know this Giselle. It was because he nearly stabbed this stupid girl last night. Then she made all the fuss. If not for the sake of his daughter's liking, then he will throw her out in the street. Even though Giselle used all sorts of ways to state herself as a princess, then Robert just feels, her must have a problem. I'm tired. He went to Giselle's room to call her.
Okay, you know what? You gotta go. I'll get you to a bus, a train, a plane, wherever, then that's it. I can't get involved after that.
But Aunt Giselle does understand. She continued to sing and dance. Also present a new outfit. Where did you get that dress? Robert wondered. Oh, here. He is about to have a heart attack. He scolds Giselle for making his girlfriend misunderstand him. You can sing for her. Singing? By doing that, she will believe in your love more and more. Looking at Giselle's enthusiastic paraphrase, Robert felt his brain spinning around. Looks like something is not right. He took her to the company. Now I have to go to work. Before he left, he gave Giselle to his assistant, asked her to take this delusional aunt away. Giselle just took a sip of water in the aquarium. She was dragged to the front desk. She made his assistant blush. Where did the boss get this crazy girl from? Robert sent the guests out. He saw Giselle still swaying in the hall. Rushed to ask the assistant, why is she still here? She said, she comes from a beautiful land. Where the hell is that? While the two were talking, Giselle continued to cause trouble. You are so lucky. Look, her eyes are so sparkling. That is why two of you have the predestined relationship and become a couple. This is the divorce office. He hastily pulled Giselle away to explain. After hearing that they were going to break up, Giselle suddenly burst into tears. Her feeling when she cried was very genuine, make everyone too confused. Customers are so angry that and they leave. Even his boss is also angry, and this is the prince rising from the sewer. He just passed through the air here. He is not used to modern life. Thinking the bus was a monster, stabbing a sword through the bus like this. Everyone in the car still thought they had encountered terrorism, afraid of blushing. Next is the name of the queen's entourage who comes. What is this time? Another person? Just emerging from the water pipe. He immediately witnessed the prince being scolded. No one dares to damage my bus. I will tear you apart. He helped the prince escape. While working in the kitchen, he received news from the queen. So hot, you finally arrive. She made him use poison apples to kill the princess. People around no one see her. Too confused, so the cook scooped the queen into a bowl.
You want the juicy sweet caramel apple, maybe?
The entourage found the princess. But Giselle doesn't eat. She started telling Robert about her prince. While excited, tossed the apple in the sky. Then she sang again with a flying swing. Giselle. The prince heard Giselle singing. Excited, he jumped down the bridge. He also started singing. He wanted to respond to the princess's song, but was hit by some cyclists. It seems a bit tragic compared to the fairy tales. Giselle sang in the park. She asked the pigeons to bring a wreath to his girlfriend Robert, to express love. Robert found this too ridiculous. How does the pigeon know where she is? He said Giselle was crazy, but unexpectedly, they brought a wreath to his real girlfriend. She was touched by tears. This was Robert's first time being so romantic, and she forgave him. And the couple had previously been angered by Giselle to leave, was supposed to be divorced, but get back together now. Giselle is a miracle. He took her to eat. The entourage carried a bottle of cider. Giselle was about to drink, when a squirrel ran out, spilled the wine glass. Robert panicked, and Giselle was overjoyed, because this is her kind friend in fairy tales. Little squirrel kisses her dearly. This makes everyone in the restaurant panic.
It's chewing off her face.
Everyone thought the little squirrel was biting Giselle, so hurry to call the police. Multiply in chaos. The entourage caught the little squirrel, and threw it into the fireplace. Television reported this strange incident. The prince was at the right time to see.
Magic mirror, I beg you, tell me where she is!
Reporting from 116th and Broadway.
116th and Broadway! Giselle!
The prince through the air finally found the princess. He started to sing love songs again. But this time the princess could not absorb what's wrong. in New York for a while. Looks like she is no longer the princess in the fairy tale. Let's go back and get married, said the prince, but Giselle refused. I want you to date first. They held hands on the bridge. The prince was extremely impatient. Of course we will return to get married. Then live happily ever after, but Giselle hesitated. She tried to think of ways to prolong the time. In the end, she decided to take the prince to a ball. Here, the prince saw the rivalry. Start the copyright marking. This is Giselle, the person I love the most in the world. The dance requires everyone to change dance partners. In this romantic setting, Giselle and Robert suddenly felt a little flutter. But as soon as they change their dance partners, they feel something nostalgic again. Giselle's heart was confused. Obviously I love the prince, but why is my heart aching like this now? The queen, who had been hidden away, appeared at last. You will never be with the one you love, but be with someone you don't love for the rest of your life. I can erase this pain for you. She took out a poison apple. Let Giselle finish the apple. Giselle saw Robert dancing, taking a huge apple bite, then she rolled to the ground. The queen performed her magic, preparing to take her away, is stopped by the prince. Seeing Giselle unconscious, Robert was deeply worried. At this point, the entourage appeared. Finally, he was awakened. Queen did not love you before. He told everyone about the evil things of the queen. The prince was angry, purple face. I want to punish her. But that doesn't solve the problem either. Giselle couldn't wake up either. According to the plot in the story, only the kiss of true love, to wake up the princess. That's why the prince came over to kiss her. But Giselle did not wake up either. She has already fallen into deep sleep. It's not working. How could that be? Unless the one Giselle loved, it wasn't him. So the prince asked Robert to kiss Giselle. It's okay. The kiss of true love has come. Giselle had indeed woken up. Great, better than going to the show. The queen stood still, watching her plan fail. Of course, she could not accept this beautiful outcome. She turned into a green dragon, grabbed Robert. Seeing someone you love taken away, Giselle hurriedly took the swordsman's sword and ran after the dragon. Also take off the shoes that are going. She doesn't want to be a princess anymore. She wants to be a knight. Go rescue the love of her life. She climbed to the tall building. While in turmoil, little squirrels appear to break the dragon's bar. The giant dragon lost its grip, falling from above. Giselle successfully rescues Robert. As far as the horizon near right in front of your eyes, two characters were left, eyes to eye. Can I? And they lead each other to the fairy world. Although a bit different, but they still live happily together for the rest of their lives. The entourage also becomes an emotional consultant. Thenceforward, everyone has a happy ending for themselves.